Welcome back, everyone. Finally, we get to talk about Instagram once more. And Instagram is one of my favorite social media platforms ever, right behind TikTok. Why these famous texts? I will say though, TikTok is getting up there though, dude. I'll be honest, but I'll go ahead and show you some of my favorite Instagram hacks, tips, tricks, whatever you want to call them. Now, in this day and age, they're probably going to be called tricks because I think hacks actually gets you demonetized. But before I go further, guys, do not follow this account. I keep telling you guys, this has 34 followers. I don't know why. You guys need to stop following this account and follow my actual account. There's the name, same thing as the YouTube channel, same thing as everything else you guys already know. I post a bunch of phone renders, all this stuff, stories. Sometimes I don't really post stories, but do not follow this account. I'm going to be using this account to demonstrate a lot of these things, but please follow this one and do not follow this one. Now that we have that out of the way, the first one, I'm going to try not to repeat myself from the last ones I've done, but some of them might be repeats or, some things I've already talked about previously. But for those of you who don't know, there's a lot of cool things that Instagram has been pushing out recently that are actually some really, really cool things. So the first thing is actually how to view people's Instagram stories without you even seeing them, or not without you seeing them, but without them seeing that you saw it. Now, there's a couple different ways of going about it, but this is going to be the easiest way, and especially now. So as you can see, we have that new stay home thing. We have a bunch of these live things, whatever, right? So you basically just want to find the person who you want to see, okay? So let's say I don't want Kim Kardashian knowing I'm looking at her story, okay? So what you can do is actually go to Taylor Swift's story, for example. So you can tap on her, okay? And I totally forgot I have to be on airplane mode. So as you can see, I'm okay if Taylor Swift sees my name seeing her story, okay? So if you're okay with that, you want to look at that person's story. What you can do is you can grab the side of the story and see the other person's story, and they won't get that notification that you saw it. Taylor Swift will see that notification, but if you're quick with it, you can actually get almost the entire story onto the page and you can read it. Now, unfortunately, this is such small text that I can't even see what it is. I don't even know what she's talking about. She's telling us to join something, okay, whatever. But that's basically how you do it, and you can also view the person's story next to it too. So like I said, if you don't care that Taylor Swift knows you as you saw her story, you can hold on to her thing, grab it to the sides, and view other people's story without them actually getting the notification that you saw it. Now they'll get the notification, but before they won't, which is really, really awesome. So that's how you see people's stories without them knowing. Now the other thing you might notice, I have dark mode on my Instagram account. Now this is an update that came out a while ago, actually a couple months ago, I think. And it's official, and it's literally one of the coolest things ever. So if you have an iPhone, all you have to do, and for Android I think it's a little bit different, all you have to do is go into settings, scroll down until you see display and brightness, and you want to switch this on to dark. And once you do that, and it's getting dark here, so I'm actually going to light it up. There we go. I don't know why it was getting so dark and the light's already messed up. Once you hit the dark message, that'll basically enable it so all the apps that you have are dark. And you have to be on iOS 13 in order to do this. If you have iOS 12 or if you're on Android, there might be a little bit of a different process. iOS 12 users, I don't think there is a way to do it. But for iOS 13, that is the process on how to do it. So that's how you enable dark mode, and everything that you have will be dark, which is really, really cool. Now the next thing is unsending messages. So as you guys know before, you can send messages and all that stuff, as you guys already know. So here, I'll just send whatever, right? Okay, whatever. Let's say I forgot to, maybe I didn't want to send that message. Maybe, something else wanted to happen. Maybe I didn't want that person, whatever the case is, right? As long as that person hasn't seen it yet, you can easily go hold down that message just like that, and you can see that there's an option called unsend. So all you have to do is just click that unsend message, and they won't technically be able to see that message. However, there's a big caveat to this. They will see that this person unsent the message. So that's basically the thing they will see, is that somebody sent them a message, but then they unsent it. That's really all they'll see. Everything else, they won't see the message. They won't be able to see the story. They won't be able to see the images that you sent or anything like that. They'll only see that you unsent a message. They might ask you, oh, like what did happen, whatever, but luckily they won't be able to see it. So that's exactly how you unsend a message. You just hold it down. Now there's methods on how to download photos and videos, but I've already done a video on how to do that. So I'll link that down in the description below. Basically, you just paste the link in a different website and all that stuff. However, another optional way you can do this is easily just screenshotting the image and going from there. You can always open it, crop it down however much you want to, and just go on from there. And that seems to be the easiest way most people do, but you can always download it straight from the other way if you choose to do so. Now another thing, as I stated before, is pausing stories. Some of you guys might not even know that you can pause stories if there's a video, if you want to go forward, backwards. It's really the first thing you learn when you go on a story. So let's say, oh my god, like this person's story is so funny, I want to pause it. I can hold it down just like that, and you can see that it pauses the story. So you just have to tap on it. As long as you tap on it, that's all you have to do. So if you swipe down or whatever, that'll pause it even more, I guess. But as you can see, you just let it go. Oh, I like this part. You just hold it down, pause it, and that's really the process. You can always skip forward, back, which you guys already know that. Pausing, you just kind of swipe down a little bit, and then it pauses the stories. So another thing some people might actually do is, tagging you in photos and videos that you don't necessarily want to be in. And this happens to me all the time, not on this account though, but on my other one. Now the renders though, I love the renders. You guys need to keep tagging me and posting all these things. I love it when people do this. It's literally one of the greatest things ever, and it's so flattering. But sometimes people tag me in things that, honestly I have nothing to do with. And there's this one video, since I have you guys here, like this thing, I honestly have nothing to do with this photo. I don't know why this person tagged me into it, but it seems like they tagged a bunch of other people. So let's say I don't want myself being tagged in this, right? What you can do is you want to hit these top 3 buttons right up here, and you'll see this option called tag options. All you want to do is just enable that, and you can see that you have a couple different options. Either you can remove the post or whatever, you can hide from my profile, and you can learn more about it, I guess. In this case, I'll just go ahead and click hide from my profile because I don't want people seeing that I'm tagged in this photo. So that's just a small example, right? However, there can be other cases from videos and things like that too. Now I want to show you guys a really funny thing that I've never even talked about, but there's a video of something, right? Person of this iPhone giving birth. It's really hard to explain, but people keep tagging me in it. It's this one right here. I have nothing to do with this video, right? But I get added on this. I don't get tagged. This is the first one that I got tagged in, but I have nothing to do with this video, guys. I swear to God, I didn't make it. And for some reason, people just keep tagging me in its source. I didn't make this. But you guys can keep tagging me until you want to, but I do not claim credit for this. I have nothing to do with this. It's just funny that this is such a random video and I get tagged in it all the time and people think I made it, but I really didn't. But I'm flattered. But I did make all these other renders though. That's why you guys need to follow me. Look, 5,000, bro. These things get tons of likes. What the heck? Now another thing you can do, and I'm going to go back to my other account, is that you can see a bunch of data straight from your account. So if you go in here, you go in the top of these 3 buttons up here, and you'll see your option called security. You just want to click that. Then you'll see access data. Now all you want to do when you see here is you'll just see a bunch of different information from your account, which is so cool to see. You'll see, date joined. So that's when I made this specific account, which was June 24th, 2019. I honestly feel like it was way before that. I can't believe it was that. It didn't even feel like that long ago, to be honest. That's so crazy. You can see all this different information, date of birth, profile info, okay, former usernames, like if I change my usernames or anything like that, current follow requests, and you can see all this type of information. Now you do have to click on it, so that's funny. And you can even at the bottom see add interest. So these are things that I might have been interested in that maybe they have more insight on me than I. And look at this, that was actually really interesting. Why did I exit out of it? I scroll back down, add interest. So these are things that I think Instagram thinks that I like. So I like cosmetics. That's very interesting because I do follow Kim Kardashian and those people, so that's interesting. They think that. Shopping and fashion, shoes, clothing, associated football, soccer, basketball, things like that. Cosmetics is really interesting, so they know that I follow those people, so I probably have an interest in those specific things. So that's really, really interesting. So that's how much insight Instagram has. They have a ton of different information on tons of different people, and it's kind of freaky, but it's also business, so that totally makes sense. I consented to them taking that information, so it's okay. And that's one of my favorite things, right? And that's a really, really cool thing. You can get a lot of insight about yourself right here, which is so crazy. Now the last thing I want to hit on is also in the settings app. So there's a way to actually save data, if you're on a limited data plan or something like that, just like how Snapchat has their own thing, you can actually save a bunch of data on your device just by enabling a setting. So all you want to do is go into your settings pane. You'll see an option called account. You just want to click that. Then you'll see an option called cellular data usage. All you want to do is click that, and then you'll see this little option right here. It's like use less data, whatever. And it's only one option here, but they take up the whole page to do it, which is kind of funny. So all you want to do at this point is just enable that specific setting, and on this specific account, it'll save data when I'm on the account. So it'll basically say exactly right here, using less data, whatever, Basically, it'll mean that there's less information being sent back and forth. It'll probably limit the performance, but at the end of the day, it'll save you more data. So you don't have to spend more data, and you can have to make your parents mad or anything like that by using all the data on the plan. So those are really all the things I wanted to hit on. There's so many different aspects of Instagram that are so crazy, but those were the main ones. But there's so many more, and I might even make a different video talking about that. I usually do them on Snapchat and all those other ones, but I've done some on Instagram before too, but I finally got a chance to redo it. So that's really pretty much it. If you guys have any other questions or you have any other tips or tricks about Instagram, let me know in the comment section below. That way I can learn more about them and then hopefully make another video at some point. Hit the like button if you guys enjoyed the video, but definitely hit that subscribe button. Every single subscriber that we get really does count, so it means so much if you guys can hit that. Also, check out the other links down in the description as well. My Twitter, my Instagram, my second channel. All those links are linked down below. I'd really appreciate it if you guys could check it out. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.